Hello and welcome back, you magnificent bastards. Welcome back to FlatOut Ultimate Carnage. Today we're going into the FlatOut mode again, and yeah, we're finally in the race class with our beautiful Nevada. We're gonna go race. Level 1 Racing Challenge Cup. Oh, we'll see how much of a challenge it is. And it's 4 laps on the first track, which is Desert Town. So Desert Town is a race that we haven't done before. Oh, it's getting used. I have to get used a little bit to this new car we're driving. Oh, everyone is crashing into each other there on that straight. We're already up in 5th with Frank Malcolm ahead of us. That's his new car, which I think also is a Nevada, maybe. We passed him anyway. There's Curtis Wolf behind us though. As we go into this corner and go a little bit wide, hit the tires. That's not good. This is always a nasty straight because of all the cars and everything that's standing everywhere, and they're like heavy props, so it's not good to hit them. I hit that motorcycle there. Really feels flimsy. We're up in 3rd as I think Katie Jackson made a mistake in the other side. I took the side that is fastest. I say that, I can't remember whether it's fastest. There's basically 3 routes there. There's the right one, which I took, and then you can go to the left, but there's like a road down below, but also a road that goes over a jump. You definitely don't want to take the jump, of course. Jumps are always bad. So we're powering past, what's his name? I can't remember. And now it's just labing up the road in her Insetta. Of course she has got the fastest car yet again. But as we come out of the split, we're actually ahead of her. And here we're going towards the start and finish line. For the end of lap 2, we're halfway there and we're already in the lead. Though Lei Bing is pushing. Her car should be a bit faster than ours because we couldn't get any upgrades on this one yet. Luckily there's no achievement we have to do now that requires us to not get any upgrades. Managed to stay ahead of Lei Bing yet again. Oh. And she's actually dropping back now to behind Jason Walker, I believe that is. Which was the name I forgot earlier. We're way ahead now. This is going to be an easy race at this at this rate. So that whole challenge they spoke about, that's not really true. Now I read on the forums of Wreckfest, actually, Wreckfest, a new game by Bugbear, that there was a comparison between FlatOut 2 and FlatOut Ultimate Carnage. They're basically the same game, roughly. I would say this is like FlatOut 2.1 or 2.5 or whatever you want to call it. Because it uses the same tracks, same cars. However, this one made the argument that in FlatOut 2 the cars were a little bit more difficult to handle. I have played it somewhat on like LAN parties and stuff like that. I didn't really notice it too much, but whatever, might be. It's I feel this is just a more polished game. We've got a lot more props. Oh, even though this one even doesn't feel finished, because if you look at the when you are playing online, you can look up all kinds of stats of your opponents, and those stats don't actually work. You can look up like fastest times and stuff like that, and they're just not there. For some reason they're not linked up. So you can see that this still isn't really completely filled in or completed. So yeah, we've got 10 points. Jack Benton has 8, Jason Walker 6, and Lei Bing 5. Those are the main competitors now. You also see Sofia Martinez there. I think she's driving a CTR. Either way, I think it's not as bad as the Chili she drove before, but whatever. So now we're going to the water canal. I think we did do this one before. There's of course three tracks on pretty much every thing you can see. I mean, this is water canal 1, and that means there's water canal 2 and 3 as well. The only thing, the desert tracks, they don't have multiple ones, and of course the bonus tracks. And even with the bonus tracks, sometimes there's like multiple configurations. It's just that they're not called 1, 2, and 3. Like for instance, there's an oval. You can also do a sort of like semi-figure of 8 track there. There goes Ray Carter over our front, and he's actually hit by Frank Melkov straight after. That was a bit unfortunate for him. There's the Lentis of Sally Taylor. And out of us now is Jill Richards. Jill Richards apparently a reference to a board member or a forum member, but whatever. Here's Jack Benton. Let's spin him out. There we go. Because spun out cars are slower, and that means we don't have to deal with them later. Lei Bing takes the wrong road. Comes back right ahead of us. Oh, this is bad. This is not really necessary, but it's fun. I think I may have locked her in there, I'm not sure. She's definitely fighting with Jack Benton now, so we're far ahead. We only need 3 laps on this track. Which sometimes it feels a bit weird. You would think that those laps, the amount of laps, refer to the like the size of the track. So if a track is longer, you have less laps, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. You do really notice the difference in speed though. That Chili could just go all out everywhere, and this car, you need a little bit more steering, some more braking here and there. I mean, the Chili did have to brake right here. But yeah, lines are more important with this car now, while in the Chili it was almost more important to avoid the debris. Set new lap record. I'm not sure whether that's correct. We'll see. It might be. We're now getting to the point where lap records might actually be broken. So we're far ahead again now. Basically, I don't think I'm going to upgrade this car right now until we really notice that we're too slow. I mean, I'm not going to make it as challenging as the Chili Bash, or the Chili Bash, I say, the real Habanero achievement. But you know, a little bit of challenge would be nice. Now, I did hear that the other thing we're doing, the Carnage mode, apparently that's more difficult on the Xbox, which would explain things, because I felt like here on the PC it was easier than when I did it back on the Xbox. Hey, we got a best lap, that's good. So yeah, whoa, we got a lot of credits for that one. Look at that. 2,000 credits, and yeah, that's actually our new fastest lap time. We're still bottom of the list. That being said, we noticed last time that there is some weird glitch with the lap times. Might even be hackers or something. Anyway, this is the standings right now. It's Lei Bing apparently did very good in the last race, and she's now shared second with Jack Benton, which actually helps us, because when you don't have the same guy in second every time, they get further and further behind, so it's easier to, you know, if you have a mess up race, to still get the championship. We only need 3 points here. This is always a mess into the jump. Luckily we don't get a good start. This is one of those few places where you don't want to get a good start, because then you're in the middle of the quarrel as you jump through that barn, and you just don't fit with all 12 cars. Whoa! Okay, so here's this very special line. That's this. That's the line. I know, it's crazy. And this time we can't avoid the jump. Oh, and someone is on our inside, and that actually hurts us because we hit a tree. Damn you, Ray Carter. We will get you. There, Jack Benton passes us. Jack Benton actually not doing too well. And I think we spun out Sofia Martinez. There, Ray Carter, get him, slam in. We want to hurt him. Now in FlatOut 2, one of those few differences is that here this outside guardrail, that's not there. So I think we got Ray Carter good enough now. Well, maybe we can get one hit. That'll mean he won't get back. So that outside guardrail is not there, so if you forget to brake, you just end up in the field. I mean, that's fine, because I do like that FlatOut isn't just a grind all the walls kind of arcade game. As we kill Frank Malkoff's race. But on the other hand, it doesn't have to be... if you are used to how FlatOut Ultimate Carnage is, it's kind of jarring when you then play FlatOut 2 and one of the guardrails that you do use isn't there. Anyway, let's go back to racing. We see two cars up ahead there. I think it's Jason Walker and Sally Taylor, actually. Which is good of Sally Taylor. We're pressing a hay bale now. That's a 57. Let's see if that's any kind of lap record for us for real, or that's it. It's just because it forgot all our previous lap records. I believe we didn't do this track yet. Okay, you want to pass? That's fine. This could be nasty. Ooh, it almost turned nasty. I think it'll be hard to get Lei Bing in this race because we were so focused on Ray Carter at the start. We did mess up Sally Taylor's race a little bit. Got one lap left to get to Lei Bing, while still not even done with Jason Walker, who's still on our tail and might be a bit faster on this straight, so we have no boost. That was not a great angle at that wall, but whatever. And another hay bale. Whoa! All the way sideways. But we managed to get it. Down this ditch. It's just slightly faster, if you can keep it in there. Lei Bing at least takes the other option, the other road, which slows her down in a little bit. Right there, but we do have some boost, but I'm not sure whether you can catch her on the next straight. We should be a little bit faster in the corners though. Get a good exit. We're getting close, but I don't know if it's enough. We might have to do a kamikaze move. Oh, and we do it. Yes, there we go. And the finish. Yay, we did it. And with a new lap record as well. And that was a good one because we were 5 seconds faster than anyone else. So again, we get a lot of things. Best record, Blast Master. And so, yeah, we did everything. And yeah, was a good one. Figure of 8 is something we can do now. That's always fun. And we didn't get our best lap time. The Daytona was faster. It's a great name as well, the Daytona. We're already 11% into the race class. We could maybe do the figure of 8. It's fun. Let's do it. So this track we do 4 laps on a really a track that's shaped like a figure of 8. It's that easy, really. And since we're at the back, we get a lot of boost. We're already up to Lei Bing. Ooh! And we're just grinding the outside wall. This is one of those tracks where you want to do that. New lap record, of course, with Frank Malkov in front. That's a little bit weird. Frank Malkov, do we pass him? We do. And there is Jack Benton as well. And the thing is that the beauty of these kind of tracks is even if you're in front, you're still not safe. Because there's the crossover. And you can see there's a lot of drivers there already. And in 2 more laps, we still have 2 laps to go. So if we stay in front and they don't get much faster, we might actually catch them on the crossover, and that gets problematic. We can already see someone spinning out there, Skady Jackson. Oh, we're a bit bogged down here. Let's go for another lap. And we're now in the middle of them. Luckily, Lewis Duran and Ray Carter had a gap between them where we fitted in. And Frank Malkov just spun out Jason Walker there on the radar. And now it's going to be tricky. Oh, I just managed to pass behind Lewis Duran with no one behind him. This car's not fast enough to really stick to the outside wall. And this might be a problem as we finish and spin out right in front of 2 guys, or 3 guys even. That was a good race. I like that. Well, you do get the fastest lap, that's all, though. So, should we do another championship? Let's see what it entails. It's a little bit long. Well, you know what? Let's just do it. It'll be fine. So first is City Central 1. Not sure whether we did that before. It's 4 laps. I don't think we did. This is a nice track. This is again one of those few ones where you can really grind the walls a lot. Oh, and that got him a lot of boost, because that's one of those things. If you hit the start and finish pole, that really helps you. If you're playing an online game, just hit that pole, because if you do, you get so much boost, you get like half a bar. And no one knows. No one hits that thing. So if you're ever playing it online, do that. It really helps. Don't know if that works in FlatOut too, but you can try. It's like played more in LAN parties, so. And that's the ideal line that we took there, and we really took over to pretty much everyone. Now this is not ideal, I don't think. Or maybe it is, I can't remember. Doesn't really matter though. I mean, this car will not drive any lap records, so it's fine. So now we're coming up to a corner that might really ruin your car, because every single time you have to hit the wall like this. It's the fastest way around there because it's a hairpin, but it just slowly destroys your car. New lap record, that's because it's the first time here. And you can see we're a lot faster than the rest of the field. Whoa! Almost spun out over that lamppost. Oh! And again a tail slapper. And like I said, you have multiple configurations. Here on the left you can actually see the mall. And if you go around again next lap, you can see that on the right is a highway. I think in City Central 3 you get off that highway and into that mall. So yeah, you can really see that you reuse the same track, but still it feels a lot different, and it's actually nice to see that it makes it more alive, because it feels like you're in an actual city with all kinds of crossroads and stuff like that, rather than it all just looking like a road and there is no other way to go, or all side roads are just a dead end, which sometimes happens in games like this. That being said, it's not too extensive, of course. I mean, it's not a free roaming game or anything, so I'm sure that if you figure out all those 3 configurations, the rest of the roads are of course still dead ends. But whatever, it's good enough. Ray Carter is wrecked. That's karma. And we're coming up to the hairpin again to start our last lap. This track really is fast. Oh, we can see that still Lei Bing is hanging on there, as well as Jack Benton. Might have something to do with catch-up though. Might be that the AI cheats a little bit to keep close. But we are very fast. Going to park again. Just imagine sitting here. I mean, there's just a car coming and plowing through. All the benches are wrecked. You would be dead. Well, that being said, I think that you would be dead if you lived here anyway, because we're really driving over everything. So let's just assume that this is a organized street race where everyone has to stay behind the barriers. There's the mall again, I believe. You can also take the upside here, like the road above, which seems to be like part of a car park, but it's just not faster. Again, you really have to know the best routes, and I know them. So anyway, we can indeed see that Jack Benton had the fastest lap. But with a 109, I think we still did pretty well. Well, I say well, apparently we didn't do too well. Farmlands 3 is the next one. Ah, that's with the how do you call them? Those big glass things with the fruit in them, or the plants. We get a very poor start. Everyone is ahead of us as we go into the first corner. If we keep the inside, we might actually avoid some crashes. That's what we're gonna do, and indeed, we pass half the field. And now we're a bit stuck behind Jill Richards, who we then spin out as we go into the bridge. There we are behind Jack Benton while someone is touching our rear. That sounds a bit sexual. Now we're rid of Jack Benton and we're up against Sally Taylor, who made a very good start, and we're losing some FPS here. I hope you guys don't see it. It might be just my graphics card. Going into this section here, this is always hard, especially with this screen being so slow. Oh god. I don't know where I'm going. Hold on, I have to pause. Come on. Well? Is this happening? My game completely bogged down, it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, I guess I have to leave it here. Oh, we're getting some. No. So I guess I have to leave it here because it's just not working anymore. So I hope to see you guys next time. We will continue this cup. I think it saves at the last one. So yeah, I hope to see you guys then, and cheerio. So we need to wiggle around a little bit. And do we do it? Yes, inner bullseye, we did it! Woo! First try. Sure, nothing can go wrong. Do it! Ooh. There is a manhole cover here, which is a bit strange because there's no water here, no water going under it, and also I think it's quite dangerous to have a manhole cover on your highway.